What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Wolf in Geek's Clothing, hosted by yours, Wolfson and
my Phoenix Hero.
Let's go! We're back at it again here in the studio. I finally convinced this guy to come over.
You didn't have to convince me, bro.
I know. I just happened to have the spot for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we're back at it again. We're here in the studio. It's so nice to see him face to face. We can have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. As you can see, guys, we definitely got some little toys here, souvenirs to show you guys our love for our geekness. You know, as you can see Talk TCG, a little seal Pokemon that I just bought, which is like the latest Pokemon toys that Pokemon started to release. I'm starting to collect those, honestly. There's there's quite a few. I got the Flygon, and I got Rayquaza, there was a Charizard, there's a Greninja, Samurott. You see the Greninja Samurott from the shows earlier. And there was quite a few more. Oh yeah, it was Dragapult. There's a lot. I want to get Zapdos. I want to get some of the legendary birds and cats. Cats. I said it. Legendary cats, not dots. Cats. Anybody who tells me those are dots, have you seen Raikou? Does that look like a dog to you?
No.
Oh, okay, good. We're about to start something already. And yeah.
Like a giraffe.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I honestly don't know what were they thinking about that. And the fact that I heard that, like, oh my God, look at Suicune's Paradise version. It's like, damn, this is like a dragon. It's like, oh shit, I can't wait for the other ones. Raikou, it's a fucking talking giraffe.
Gotcha, bitch.
With a little cloud on it.
Emotional damage.
What made it? What? And then Entei was like, okay, you know what? I take Entei. At this point, I'll take anything that doesn't look like a ridiculous giraffe because it made absolutely no sense.
They try to make it like those dinosaurs with the long necks, but it just ended up looking like a giraffe instead of a dinosaur. That's where they failed.
I guess I know where they were going. Walking Wake, which is Suicune's Paradise version, was our Velociraptor, right? Was it a T-Rex or T-Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a T-Rex version. Raikou was a Brachiosaurus, the long nets. And then you got Triceratops, which is Entei. Which is like, all right, cool concept. I love it. Though, why does it have to be Brachiosaurus on Raikou?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like one of the most badass electric type Pokemons. It has to be like the slowest dinosaur ever. And it's a dragon. So we can give Raikou a dragon version of it, but my man Charizard is still a fire flying.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, make it make sense. How is that? Why are we tripping with Charizard, bro? Give that man his props. Oh no, he's only a dragon if he's terrestrialized or is it a mega evolution. Okay, cool. Thank you. Unbelievable. Anyways, as I was saying, back to the topic in hand. We got a couple of toys right here, you know, and we got right here a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, guys, this was our lives when we were younger. This little portal thing. Now, you can see it right now. This is Mike's Game Boy Advance, but it's not per se the original. He had to like fix it and add more stuff as he explained it to over in the podcast. He had an OCD screen, and he had a couple of circuits. It's USB charged. And he had the cartridge with all the wrong games in it.
Yeah. A flash card.
And flash card. And it has a couple other things, right?
You can't see because it's a green screen, but it has the green LEDs for the bumpers.
Which is fire, in my opinion. It's fucking fire. I love it. And how long does it last, the game? If you don't mind me asking. Like, how long do you have?
Honestly, I haven't done it to completion, but I know I can go at least to like 3 hours and it's still not like on red.
I'm trying to think, like, the many hours that I played Pokemon, I know it was very short.
Yeah.
It had to be. Even with the double battery Energizer Duracell optimized looking motherfuckers, it's still, at that time, it was still too much.
But to be fair, I feel like I don't have enough time to do like those extensive gaming sessions that we used to be able to do when we were kids, you know?
That's something I actually wanted to talk to you, and I'm going to give you a like sneak topic to you about it.
Okay.
And it's about that, about how we as adults right now, we've grown up and not have the ability to play games as we used to. Because before, and I get some people say, no, you can make time. It's like, I get you can make time, but I'm pretty sure when you're in your early teens, late teens, and early 20s, I'm pretty sure you spend hundreds of hours, because I know I have hundreds of hours on just playing video games. Like hell, like I played. I think we talked about it. I don't remember if we talked about it. I played like 200 hours on just Skyrim alone. That's crazy. I've heard people play 1,000.
1,000 is crazy.
I'm like, bro, what the like? You even on the game? Like what? What? Like how are you dedicating 1,000 hours? It's like, oh, modding, man. You do mods. It's like, okay, what's the fun of mods of doing that? What is the fun of mods? Why are we like modding? Is it because we want a favorite character design into the gameplay and that we get certain perks out of it?
Yeah. It also like it depends on the mods. It can make it look visually better
Mm-hmm.
than what the creators made, or just quality of life fixes. So if there's ever bugs that the developers won't fix, people will mod the fixes or even improve them beyond just like patching it. So it makes the experience like different than the original game. So some people play the original game, finish it, complete it, and then they add mods and be like, okay, this is probably the best version of the game, but it just couldn't come from the developers themselves.
And these people who do these mods are just skillful at coding, right? Because you can't just like go ahead and be like, all right, let me install this and call it a day. No, it has to be a coding that they have to program in order for them to install it to the games.
Yeah.
That's pretty fire. But yeah, guys, like I remember when we were younger, I used to play hours and hours on, and we've discussed this a lot of times. I'm a single player campaign driven person. Like I'm all about single campaigns. He plays a lot in multiplayer, and that's his field. And let me tell you, like I play so many games that now, as I'm getting close, as I'm in my 30s, I barely even touch them now. If it's a game that I'm like so hooked, like for example, God of War.
Yeah.
If God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy VII, the remake. When there are games like that are franchise that you already played them before, you love the franchise, and you're so hooked into it that you can't wait to play them, then yeah, absolutely, I will play them right away. Resident Evil is another one. Devil May Cry, absolutely. But then later they send out the DLCs, and then you're like, oh, I forgot to play the DLC. Like I'm still missing to play the Valhalla DLC. I'm still missing the Ada 1 DLC, and I know I purchased it. And not too long ago, I was playing Final Fantasy 16, and I haven't even finished it. I'm like halfway, and then I jumped into Armored Core 6, which I only play halfway. That was a grind game. I don't know if I'm ever gonna come back. I want to come back because I wanted the freaking mech into my liking, but that's a shit grind, bro. Like that's the rage quit of grinds. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna come back. And then the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which a lot of people were saying that it's great. It's just I feel like you should have given me this when it came out.
Yeah.
It's like I hear people from both sides. They were saying like it's great, it's amazing, good game. At the same time, it's like, well, it's almost the same thing as the remake, and there's not much to it. And I felt like I forgot about it, that I didn't realize it got released.
Yeah,
that's how it felt. So games like that, I haven't even touched them to this day. And it's not like I don't have the time. I do make the time, but I don't have the same passion fire as I used to when I was younger. Do you feel the same way like that on certain games?
Yeah, I agree, because like recently my friends have been like, bro, you haven't been online in a while. I'm just like, there's nothing right now that's like catching my eye or makes me really want to go.
Now even the Helldivers, or you said
that's not even on Xbox.
Oh,
but see, there's a controversy going on about that right now.
Really? Why? What's going to the controversy?
So when you bought the game, there's a little disclaimer that said you needed a Sony account, but then a PSN.
Nani?
What?
Even on Steam, yeah. But they never forced you to do it. And then now, after 2 months of people buying the game on Steam, playing it, blah blah blah, they're like, by like end of May, you have to make a PSN account or you won't be able to play the game anymore.
Bruh.
And so a lot of people on Steam are like super pissed off because they're like, bro, like, sure, there's a little disclaimer, but you never made us make the PSN account. So we thought we were good. because apparently PSN is not available in every country that Steam is available on. So what's happening is like, let's say like let's say I'm in Germany, right? It doesn't make sense, but let's say I'm in Germany and there's no PSN, but it was on Steam and I was able to play it without a PSN account because Steam is in Germany. And now they're like, well, now you have to make a PSN account. And I say, well, what happens if I live in these countries where you can't make a PSN account?
Interesting.
And then other people are like, bro, we've already been playing for 2 months or however long it's been out. It's like, why
now?
Make the account?
Why now? Why are you announcing this now?
And then, which is weird because I never understand people defending big companies, but there's people defending
Konami.
Yeah, there's people defending Sony and PlayStation, saying like, "Oh, well, they gave you the warning and blah blah blah." And it's like, yeah,
come on, bro. But
because they're saying like, well, when Microsoft makes you make an Xbox account, blah blah, it's like, yeah, but you need an Xbox account when you play the game. It's never been, maybe except Minecraft, but it's never been where like you play a game like Gears and then like 3 months later, like, oh, by the way, you need a Xbox account. It's like, no, like you had that from the start of the game. You knew the expectations. You knew this. And a lot of people are like, well, Sony can do whatever they want. It's like, bro, why are you defending
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
these multi-billion-dollar companies, you know?
I still don't understand how these people defend these companies. That they feel that they're so self-righteous as if these companies will give a shit about you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Like, what? What are we talking about? Like, and by the way, guys, everybody has the right to complain. So, and especially when it's like a stupid thing like this, it's like why are we enforcing people to create an account just so they can play a game now?
Yeah.
Like now, I get it. If it's like at the start of the game when you purchase it, hey, we're thankful that you purchased the game. You need to create an account because Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft does that shit.
Ubisoft, EA, Xbox, even PSN, you know, all of them did it. But for Helldivers, the excuse is that they didn't know Helldivers was going to get so popular that they had to turn it off for the servers, that you didn't need a PSN account.
But why is it so important to have the PSN account? I don't understand why now.
Just Sony, Sony's very.
Wait, so Helldivers is owned by Sony? Like who owns that? Who did the company?
I think they're the publisher. I'm actually not sure, so I don't want to give misinformation.
Okay.
But they have the final say. Because apparently the developers of Helldivers are saying they don't even want to have PSN in the game. But I think Sony's telling them like, no. I think because they're the publishers, they're like, no.
Really? Yeah. So that the people who made the game
don't want it.
And they're like fighting against Sony about this. And Sony is like, I don't care.
Yeah, they're like, we don't care. So even the developers of the company are saying they don't want it, and then people are still defending Sony.
Sorry, they get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because if the own developing game company says we don't want this, we're in it for the people. We're for the people. Why are you defending Sony and their actions?
Yeah,
I thought you loved the game. I didn't even realize you were dick riding on Sony.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, Sony doesn't give a shit about you. So you dick riding on them saying like, yeah, like Sony had it right. You guys don't read and this and that. It's not like Sony is going to give you a free game the next time you talk, you know? It's like, it doesn't work that way, you know? I didn't know that was like the latest controversial. That kind of explains some of the things I was seeing in Twitter. No, bro, Twitter's a wild, wild west, bro. Because Twitter's wild, bro. Honestly, we can get to that some other time. I'm putting it out as a disclaimer, guys. This is like, please make sure that you're 18 and over when you're using Twitter because it's the wild west. Anyways, I was scrolling through Twitter and I was seeing people from my country in Puerto Rico. They were saying like, oh, the people in Puerto Rico can no longer play Helldivers unless you have a PSN. And I didn't understand that. I was like, why Puerto Rico is? So when you brought it up and you say that, I was like, oh, that kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But I don't understand that because Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. So it's a U.S. territory. We have U.S. laws in there.
Yeah.
We have U.S. bill currency. I don't know why they're getting excluded as well. Like,
I don't know. And don't forget, PSN has data breaches. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do because, like, yo,
not yet. Okay, thank you for reminding me that. Yes,
you've been hacked a couple of times. Also, it's too late to refund the game too because it's like people have been playing since launch, and now they're like, okay, well, I don't want to make a PSN account. I don't play it anymore. You can't get a refund.
Yeah, I forgot about those breaches, dude. That's Luckily, my account wasn't like one of those millions that were effective. They were saying that there was a risk, but there wasn't. But even though as soon as I saw that there was that breach, and then I immediately canceled all my credit cards that were. I only had one saved in the PSN network. I canceled it and I got myself a different one because I was not gonna risk it. And if it got breached, it's like, oh, you got my name and my date of birth and address. Is like, well, good for you. I know you can get identity theft. Luckily, I haven't got that. We're hopefully never get to experience that because I know how horrible that is and how like life-changing that shit is. And sometimes you're not even gonna get the full money or you're gonna get the coverage of it. Right?
Yeah.
So I get it. Yeah. The breach at PSN, it has happened a couple of times. So I understand why people are hesitant because I am in the back of my corner. I was like, it's a free account. Just create it and call it a day. Let's move on. I just want to play the game. That's where I will stand for. But then again, I can see why people are like, no, it doesn't make sense. You guys had a bad record of breaching. And again, we circle back again. Why now?
Why not at the beginning?
Why not at the beginning? That way you're forcing people to have a PSN account. And if they really, really want to play the game, you know? Yeah. And if they really don't want to play the game because of the PSN, then they don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
But I guess what their marketing tactic, what they did was, it's slimy, but it's still legal. Like it's basically a bait and switch, but it's in a more legal sense. Because you said that they say that they warned that like, hey, we want you to create.
Yeah, on the Steam page, there's like a thing under before you purchase. There's a thing that would say like this game requires a PSN account.
Okay.
But then they never had to make it. So then people are like, okay, we're good.
And now it's like, nah, bro.
The issue is like we have to stop companies at a certain point. We can't just keep letting them do what they want.
Yeah, because otherwise they're gonna do exactly what the fuck they want, and there's nothing that we can do as a consumer to stop that. And as we, the consumer, if we don't say anything, we're just gonna continue buying and going by what they're saying. Especially like when I tell people, it's like, dude, the best way for you to stop supporting somebody is by stop following them. Don't comment, don't like, don't dislike, don't say anything, don't repost, don't even follow the person because that's what's giving them analytics. That's numbers. So then that's how they win, you know? Same thing with companies. The best way to stop supporting their companies so they can change their ways, don't buy their products.
Yeah.
And I know, and I get it. It's hard for somebody to like, no, but this game looks fire. I get this game is fire, but like, what's more important? The game for you to play for a company that's being shitty and being sneaky behind the scenes? Or, you know.
It's also about seeing like, they're probably trying to push and see how far they can get away with stuff. You know?
And every company does that. Every company try to see how far is their envelope. Let's see how far is our threshold. Okay, now we know. We got to tell about a little bit, just a little bit. But we know that this is like the top. Yeah. I mean, God, EA with their microtransactions, that was a shit show. I remember like how everybody was shitting on EA, hating on them, and people were still buying the games. Like I remember when Star Wars Battlefront 2, that was like everybody playing it, but at the same time they were complaining about the microtransactions. I was like, bro, this is exactly what EA is all about, guys. Like you don't be crying about it because this is exactly what the company you're supporting. And by buying that and playing them, you're enhancing them. So the best way to do it is just like, don't buy the freaking game. But again, like that's never going to happen. That's just a wishful thinking because that's just what it is. People, unless like we all rally each other and do what like this guy did with the GameStop stocks, like that's the only revolution I'll ever see when it comes to that. So, and it's the only time where I'll see a company be like, okay, we heard you, right? Fine. All right, we're sorry. We're going to make it right. Wow. But this Helldivers thing, I did not know that was like the true thing of what's going on. Now I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know why they're doing that so late.
Because again, it was like they couldn't handle the requests on their servers. And now that they fixed their servers, whatever, now they're able to do it. And it's like, do you have to do it? You know? You're perfectly fine with people playing it without, for 3 months without having it.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're forcing people to just create accounts so you can play. Like, that makes no sense. And let me ask you, even if you don't have the account, everything that you have done up to now, all that progress, if you create the account, will that get transferred into it? Or do you have to start from zero?
No, you don't start from.
Okay. Because there are times in which I've heard that you've done so much, and then when you create an account, like, all that doesn't get transferred to it.
Yeah, that would suck. If they did that, that'd be crazy. I know a lot of people would be upset.
Yeah, I hope the revolt will start from there. We'll see. But yeah, like right now, Helldivers is passing by on that shit. Us games, I don't know what to tell you about lately about video games, bro. Like, I don't know. Is it because we lost the touch, our magic, our fire, that you're so excited to play games, or is it because of our time consuming that we don't have the luxury as we used to before?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's like maybe there's less of a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's like, you don't have a lot of time. So it's like, am I really going to, like, if I have 2 hours of free time a day, it's like, do I really want to use it on like a game that I'm not even that excited about? I could use it on something else. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm playing less video games now.
Yeah. I'm in the same, like, and I just noticed that the best way for me to play games is handheld. It has to be portable. So,
yeah,
because I noticed that on the Switch games, I play Pokemon all the time, and when I'm playing Pokemon, I'm hooked. Like, I'm in my work, I'm in my home, I'm in bed while my wife is sleeping. I'm right here in the bed playing like this for at least a good hour, just playing Pokemon. So, like, every opportunity, I want to play Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And the same thing happened when I was playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not that big of a Zelda fan, but I love the franchise. It's a great franchise game. I don't play all of them. I only played a certain few. And when I played Tears, because everybody was hyping about it, was talking, and I started playing it, I couldn't let go. I was just like, I never spent this many hours other than Pokemon on a handheld. Yeah. So I noticed that, and I noticed that like, when it comes to stuff that I can have it on my hands, mm-hmm. I tend to play a lot more and use my time to play a lot more on times that I like, okay, I could just like turn it on and be like, comfort for an hour. I could just shut off later or be in my bed or whatnot, Yeah. But when it's like consoles that I have to sit down, turn on the PlayStation, put my headphones, I know I'm sounding like an old man, but it's true. Like, there's a lot of components that you got to do from it. I feel like handheld makes more sense for me. And that's why I was like so eager to get the PlayStation Portal. Mm-hmm. Because that way I can just grab the Portal and take it anywhere I want and play the games. Like, any of the main games, I could just treat it as if like, oh, it's just like Pokemon or like a Switch game. Yeah. I'm just playing it from my hands, and I could just like use my time to play it and have fun with it. But, right now it's on a back order. They screw me over with the order.
How so?
I don't know if I told you about this, or I don't know if I mentioned this in podcasts before, but I pre-ordered the Portal,
okay,
like months in advance. When they announced it's ready for pre-order, I went to their website and I pre-ordered it. Come to find out later on that the address that was supposed to send to my address doesn't exist because of one digit number. And I try to contact PlayStation to let them know, hey, like, it's a mistake. Can you like do this? Like, and they're like, no, because it's a pre-order game. It has to be sent. Otherwise, it's going to get sent back and you'll get your money back.
Nani?
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you can't stop on UPS and tell them like, hey, come over here.
That's crazy, because with pre-orders, they typically send you like, it's like, hey,
it has to be a valid.
Yeah, one is valid address, but it's like before they ship it, they give you like a week or two to verify your email. Or not email, sorry, your address. They're like, hey, is this the actual address? Because sometimes people move too, so they like, hey, like 2 weeks before they start shipping, they're like, is this the accurate address you're at before we ship it? So it's pretty bad that they didn't ask you to double verify your address before they shipped it.
They just shipped it, and they shipped it to the address, and it's because it was one digit that was wrong, mm-hmm. that didn't exist, and because of it, they couldn't find it. And because they couldn't find it, well, we got to ship it back.
Return to sender, yeah.
And I was like, bro, wait, hold on. Let me contact UPS. Hold on. UPS, yo, can you guys hold it? I'll pick it up on your warehouse. Wherever the warehouse. No, they couldn't do it for me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I can pick it up. It's okay. Whatever time and day, I'll pick it up. They couldn't. And they say, we'll give you a refund, then you have the ability to pre-order. And I say, yeah, but by the time I have the ability to order again, you guys are going to be back to order and you're sold out. So what's going to happen with that with that PlayStation Portal? It's going to be stuck in your freaking warehouse. They give it to somebody from one of the coworkers. So I got screwed out.
That sucks, bro.
And I was so looking forward to that PlayStation Portal because I feel like, yes, I can finish all my games. Now I can take this traveling. I can go wherever I go with my wife to travel. Like I'm in the airplane, I can just play it, or I'm in a hotel, or I'm here at work, or I'm at the my couch, and my wife can watch whatever she wants while I'm watching this. That was like the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And they typically screw me over. Now, sure, I got my money back. Yeah, but I didn't want my money. I want what I pre-ordered.
Yeah, you want the product. Yeah.
That's why I put the money down. So I want the product out of it. That was such a bad experience. And now I'm like, it's been like, what? It got released on November. Since November, I've been refreshing on websites, see whenever it's available. I'm even going to Best Buy to get the open box version of it, which is like a couple, like 40, 50 bucks less.
Because you don't have the box.
Yeah, because they don't have the bots. But I was willing to do it because I didn't give a shit. I'm willing to get it just so I can actually have the experience because I want the product that bad. And even so, they sold out very quickly. So I'm like constantly like refreshing, watching, like.
You're better than me because if someone screwed me over like that, I would never buy from them again. I'll be like, nah.
No,
I would have switched to the Steam Deck instead. They're like, wow, I can't buy if they screw me over with the PlayStation Portable, I'm just gonna go to the Steam Deck.
I feel like it's one of those toxic relationships with Konami.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that. I think I'm in that toxic relationship where it's like I'm with them. Like I've been a PlayStation since day one. PS1 when I got it. It was just so it's and because I love their game consoles and I love the games so much that I'm willing to like spend the money for that. Even though I don't like sometimes their methods, and sometimes I hate some of the pricings and the product availability. I don't like it. But I'm willing to go for it because when it comes to products, they don't miss. Honestly, like the one time they probably like had a sequence like Xbox 360 when they had the Ring of Death. The Ring of Death happened because Xbox was rushing to get that console so they could be ahead of it. Which the console 360 was probably my favorite Xbox console of all time, and it had the most open game library ever.
Yeah.
Like you can go backwards compatibility with it, back and forth how many times you want to. But it's because they rushed it, and because they rushed it, there were so many technical problems that every time a Ring of Death happens, we have to ship it to Microsoft so they can fix it, PlayStation only had that one incident with the PlayStation 3, but it wasn't like a big case. It was just like a small case, and they fixed it right away. And then since then, like PlayStation has never failed. I heard stories from the PlayStation 5 that gets corrupted on the early releases, but that was mostly because of Cyberpunk.
Because Cyberpunk just destroyed your console.
It'll destroy your console. That's why, like, when I had Cyberpunk with me and I had the PlayStation, I was like, I'm not playing Cyberpunk at the PlayStation 5. Yeah. I'm not gonna risk that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, it's maybe I can just get like the controller to hook it up to my phone and then just play PlayStation Remote from my phone. Maybe that's like thing. But I really like their products. And their product is good and lasting and it makes sense. But yeah, that's where I stand. Like, I'm not happy with Sony. I'm never purchasing anything from their website directly, and their customer service is dog shit. Amazon, Target, Best Buy, whichever comes first, that's where I'll purchase. But fuck Sony at that point. Yeah. Yeah, we can go switch that segue for a little bit of TCG talk.
Okay.
And our love and hate relationship with fucking Konami. Konami is a bunch of trolls, bro. We're never going to get a free bots, or we're never going to get sponsored by Konami. Yeah. 5 years later. Hey guys, what's going on? Sponsored by Konami. Konami gave us a brand new bots of this new core set. We're about to open it, see what we can get out of it.
I want that, but for you.
See, I'm with you at that. We'll talk all the great thoughts to Bandai and let Bandai know, hey, we support Union Arena, man.
Yeah.
And yo, I was telling you, I saw the Black Clover cards. Mm-hmm. They just released it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I'm that excited for when Union Arena comes and they announce for Black Clover. I cannot wait to play Black Clover. I cannot wait to play. And they have 3 different colors. So they had the red, green, and then purple. Purple emphasized more on the last arc, the devil arc.
Okay.
With all the free devils, but Aston is devil form as well, with Jami as well. The green one is more related to Juno and other shit, and then the red one is more like all over the place, but more emphasized on Asta. But I saw the cards that I didn't read like what they do to the effects because it doesn't matter right now to me to know about it, but it matters when it comes.
Yeah.
But it's just it looks good, and I was like, yes, I can't wait. So I know I'm gonna be playing Bleach and maybe Jujutsu Kaisen as well, because there's some Jujutsu Kaisen decks that I kind of want to play. Mostly I'll be playing a lot of Bleach when I can, but when Black Clover comes, I'm just gonna be playing Black Clover because there's so many variety of decks that I would love to play out of it. And man, they look amazing. The alternate art looks gorgeous, I would say. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait for Union Arena. We're gonna be talking great about Union Arena.
Yeah.
Enough that Union Arena gives us bots.
Yeah.
Please, if you're watching this, give us bots, man.
Yeah, Bandai.
Come on, Bandai. Official partner. You know, we love you guys. We love you. See, that's another thing that I noticed it yesterday when we were talking in locals. We were discussing like in terms of pricing for these tournaments for what Bandai does with One Piece versus with Konami does with Yu-Gi-Oh! And even Pokemon. And we were talking about it. This was coming for George. Shout out to you, bro. It was saying like how you go to on a regional in One Piece, you get your investment back because like you get like a bots in return or something.
When you mean when you win or just in general?
In general,
you get like a pack that has like a rare card that you only get at regionals, and then it's like a card that people want. And so the entry. The entry is already returned. So if you lost, then it doesn't matter. You got yourself a rare card that nobody in the world has it other than you and the ones who were there in that regional.
In our regional, and that also that what happens on regionals is that let's just say that you couldn't fill up signing up the list. You didn't make it to the regionals. There are other side events that you can participate. And that's where George was telling like, I couldn't get it to the regionals, but that's okay. There are other events that I played and I lost both of them, but I landed second place on each one. I was like, damn, that's fire. Versus doing it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami, you only get gives you 5 booster packs. Not even
on entry.
On entry. Not even a guarantee that you're going to get something nice out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And only when you made it to the top 32, you get an exclusive, deck bots. And then if you get to the top 16, you get deck bots plus the
mat.
And if you get top 8, you get mat, bots, sleeves, right? The qualifier sleeves or regional sleeves, right?
No, sleeves are only for judges. I think you just get booster boxes.
When you're on top 8?
Yeah, like the more you top, the more boxes you get.
Not a guarantee that you're getting a quarter century.
No. But the last regional I went to, my entry had a quarter century.
Oh,
I went plus, but other people got like the 5 supers and they were like, this was so neg. I was like, yep. I went positive. They did not.
But see, that's the thing. 1 in how many? 200 people win. You were the winner for that day. Even if you didn't in top, you still end up being a winner because you got yourself a quarter century.
Yeah.
Versus in One Piece, they made it like everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter. Like, oh, it's okay, you lost, but hey, you got yourself a promo card, then you can't get this outside of the regionals. Like, no vendors are gonna sell it. Nobody has it. Only you. See, that's a positive. That's something that Konami should be doing out of it.
Well, Konami does side events, but they're mats, and it's like unless you really like the mat, like it doesn't sell. Like
not just the mat, the giant cards.
Oh yeah, the giant cards too. Well, those are more YCS. I'm talking about like regionals.
Ah, right.
Regionals are just mats. Those are the side events. Some of them are cheap. Some of them, they go for cheap, meaning like people didn't care about them. There's one with Astro Phoenix and Jaden with DPE and the new Neos, and that one goes for like $300. So that's a $300 mat if you want it. But then there's other mats that people don't care. They're like, why'd you pick this character? No
So like for example, before Baron got banned, everybody's like, oh yeah, I want Baron mat looks fire.
Yeah, the Baron mat. Yeah.
But then you got then you got like the Dark Arm Dragon family, like the Arm Dragon family on a mat. It looks amazing, but it's like, why? I don't like this. Like, why would you give me that? You know? So yeah, Konami does it. It tries its fame, but at the end of the day, guys, remember, Konami is Komani. They want money. They don't want to give out money, which is like crazy because Pokemon has cash prizes, and One Piece does. One Piece has Bandai does that or no? Or is it more like you got the manga art or something?
You get. I'm not sure, but from my understanding, you get cards. And it might be like 1 of 50. Because it might be like for the entire like year, the winners get like this manga rare or whatever. There's only 50 they're ever gonna print. And that's how you make your money.
And that's like $2,000 alone in sale or more. Yeah. And if you grade it, it'll be double the price.
I think Chris sold one for $4,000.
Oh, and then that's one of those few that he had.
Yeah.
That when he won on the regional.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He had it, and then like someone from the car shop told him, like, I'll give you like cash right now for it.
You serious?
Yeah, and Chris was like, okay. Chris doesn't care about the cards, he cares about the money.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
He was like, yo, I'll take it, you know?
But see, that's a plus.
Yeah.
One Piece made sure that you're always winning no matter what. Whether you're losing or you're winning, you're always winning in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Pokemon is the same thing. Pokemon, it's crazy because I don't know how mostly on the tournament aspect is, but I know in the collector's aspect, there's always money.
Yeah.
Like how many times I've told you about my cousin, Miguel from Geek. Shout out to you, bro. He makes money on selling these expensive Pokemon cards, including Japanese versions.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand that a Japanese version of a certain card could be much more valuable or more than the English version of it. That's crazy. Yeah. So there's like money behind it. There's money behind Pokemon on collecting cards and selling them, and there's money behind Bandai and One Piece with collecting and playing them.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Be like, if you win, you get a Nintendo Switch.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
We were talking about that, right? On Friday?
If you win a YCS, you get a Nintendo Switch.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Not even a regional, a YCS.
You're the one who said about Pac that Pac keeps winning all the time. He keeps like uploading Switches because he has too many of them.
I didn't say that. I assume so, but I'm not the one that said
so that. It has to be either Matt or George who mentioned it, because I know one of them mentioned about like, yeah, you go to the YCS or something, you win a Nintendo Switch. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this Switch? Yeah. Like I have to sell it. And that's if somebody buys it, you know? Yeah. It's not a guarantee that somebody will buy it because everybody has a Switch. And probably people are like waiting for next year's Switch Pro. 2, Switch 2 or whatever it is, you know? So it's kind of wild. Like, really, guys, you couldn't even do the PlayStation? Come on, at least a PlayStation. That's money alone. And Konami, Jesus. And that's a wild thing. It's like, okay, you get deck boxes, sleeves, mat, and boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mm-hmm. That's not even a guarantee you're gonna get your money back.
Yeah.
That's not a guarantee that you pulled one of the Chase Quarter Century cards or Starlights and be able to offload it. We don't know if somebody's gonna buy it from you. So you're gonna probably have it. And that's if you pulled it. What if you're pulling crap? So all that hard work that you ended up going all the way to the top was worth for nothing. You actually did it for less. It was a neg and all this.
Yeah, I mean, again, like maybe some people that won that regional opened nothing good, and I'm like, I'm the one that got a quarter century off an entry. So
yeah, so Konami, again, we are in that toxic relationship with Konami, bro, because we continue to play that. We played ourselves with that, man.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, like I guess we could talk about locals, right? We talk about locals.
Sure. I went last week. You didn't.
No.
And you went this week.
Yeah.
I did. So last week, shout out to Ruben because he started coming back.
Welcome back, Ruben. Welcome back.
I told him I'm tired of being his spokesperson because everyone comes up to me and they're like, "Bro, how's Ruben?" I'm like, "I'm not his spokesperson. Like, I'm his, I guess we're friends, but it's like I don't talk to him every day. Like, I assume he's alive, but everyone's like, "Yo, he hasn't come. He hasn't played One Piece." I'm like, "Bro, you message him yourself. I don't know." But he came back and we were talking, blah blah blah, and he's telling me he's like, "Oh, he bought some old goo back," and I was like, "Okay." They called the pairings. Game 1, me and Ruben.
Oh no!
And for people that keep up with the podcast, they know I started playing Buster Blader Cash. So he sets up his board. I look at my hand. I'm like, I have nothing. I have Power Prosperity and Excavate 6. And the only thing I could take was I think like a Fenrir that he like I knew he was gonna negate, but he saw the 6 or excavated and he saw the Buster Blader stuff. And he was like, "What are you playing? Why is there a Buster Blader in here?" And it's funny because I told him, I was like, "Bro, you don't want to summon dragons because my monsters, they slay dragons." And I was like, I couldn't summon that. So he obviously like negated it, beat it, and he beat me down.
Right.
I think that was under Shifter too, but like Brandon doesn't.
Brandon doesn't care.
If you're a good Brandon player, you don't care about Shifter. If you're a bad Brandon player, you get frustrated and then just go, "Oh, man, pass."
Yeah.
But Ruben is good, so he's like, "I don't care about Shifter. I'll just play differently." He beat me. Game 2, another same thing, just horrible hand. I think I opened like 2 birth with nothing and 2 ashes, and he never had to use Branded Fusion. I was like, "Bro, like I saved my ashes for Branded Fusion."
Yo, that was a troll.
He never got it.
That was a troll.
He summoned his board without it. And so like when he passed his turn, I have nothing, right? So I'm like normal summon Ash, go into what's it called? The Typhon.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You summoned from extra deck twice, bro." Typhon, send back his
Mirror Jade?
Mirror Jade. Yeah, that's the only thing that scares me really. And then like blah blah blah. And then next turn.
Yeah, but Mirror Jade could not use his effect on the Typhon. But he can run him over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, oh no, you're right, because you can activate effects.
It's free K or more. So the only thing he can do is just run you over.
Yeah. And then this was funny. It was my turn. Again. I had nothing because he beat over it, blah blah blah. But he still couldn't OTK me. Oh, because I used Spooky Dogwood.
Let's go!
It was like a 20K. And at this point, everyone was like, because again, I always play Troll, so people want to see what I'm playing. So like, there's like 5 people to the side of me trying to watch the game.
Let's go!
And they're like, "How do you have 20K life points?" I'm like, "Look at my graveyard, bro." I'm like, Spooky Dogwood. So that's why he couldn't beat me.
Yeah.
And he summons stuff, and then he activates the Ecclesia that fusions. And I immediately go Spellbound. And then he looks at me, he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Unless you chain, like once it resolves, you can't use anything that is under it for fusion, synchro, exceed." And then he's like, "Pass." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, he's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Spellbound." I'm like, "I don't need D-Barrier. Spellbound is
D-Barrier? D-Barrier what? Spellbound.
And then again, I just couldn't draw anything. And then he just had enough to OTK me. I was like, "Oh my God." So, but he was like, "Oh, this is a nice warm-up." I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had one cash name, it would have been over. If I just got Whelp, it would have been over. So then game 2 was against his friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing Tenpai.
His friend.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't play Tenpai yesterday.
What was he playing?
I don't remember. I didn't go against him.
Oh, you didn't go against him. Okay.
But I know his friend. His friend was next to us most of the time.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what he was playing. I didn't pay attention enough.
He's a cool dude.
I think it was Horror Stun that he was playing.
Interesting.
I think it was that because it had to be him that I was looking at. And he had like the field spell.
Yeah.
So it could be that. I'm probably
he was playing Tenpai, and I was like helping him because he
doesn't know much about the deck, or like he doesn't know all the interactions.
Yeah, he didn't know the interactions. He was like attacking and then quick syncing before the attack would resolve.
Whoa.
And I was saying like, bro, like let the attack hit me, then you can quick synchro. I was telling him, and I was just like teaching him about the damage step too, because I was like, you're in damage step, so you can't even like quick synchro actually, and blah blah blah. But he was learning, and he game 1 I beat him, game 2 he beat me, game 3
you had it.
I had it. Yeah, he activated the field spell. I'm just like Cyclone, so he can't resolve because he needs to stay on the field.
Yeah.
And then because of that, he summoned the white dragon, and I was like, Imperm. And I'm like, he didn't have the fuse spell no more. So it was just all my stuff like really managed to stop him. But game 3 was actually interesting because he basically told me like if you couldn't OTK me, it would be over. But I was telling him like, bro, like you need to like do your stuff like regardless. I'm like, don't just give up, like because I didn't have a good hand either.
Right.
Like he activated Magnum Mud, and then he forgot to like activate the effect. I'm telling him like, bro, like you're forgetting the effect. And then he's like, oh, but if I can't OTK you, I lose. I'm like, bro, like still activate the effect.
Still
like,
activate the effect.
Yeah.
Like don't like
Yeah,
utilize them.
Yeah, I'm like, take it back. Like I don't care. Like I don't need you to forget your effects to win. I can not being cocky. I can still beat you with my deck, which I ended up doing. But I told him like, listen, I want you to understand your deck as you're beating me. You know. I don't, so he got it. But I beat him game 3, and then
round 3.
Yeah, round 3 was against Carlos. With the
Horus. Was he playing Horus or was he playing Runic?
No, it was Horus.
Okay.
Like stun Horus, whatever. And every Rice Heart that I used against it kept getting some of the craziest stuff, bro. Change of Heart, Snatch. I think those are all his cards banished face down. And he would show me, and he was so visually upset because he knew that was going to be his next draw was going to be Snatch Steal. His next draw was going to be Change of Heart. And he was just like, bro, how are you hitting these? And then he had Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
And he would activate Bigfoot. Every time we would roll the dice, it would hit Bigfoot. And then he's like, how are you getting this? I'm like, bro, I'm rolling the dice. I'm not even like cheating or anything. I'm not like, there's no brewer behind you when I'm cheating or something. I'm just like, we roll a dice. We said like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, roll, and landed on, whatever number was corresponding with Bigfoot got it.
Right.
And so I beat him. I think I got game 1, he got game 2, I got game 3. And then game 4 was against Lulu. He was playing, he brought back Flo.
Oh no.
And then
Lulu Flow. Flow is back.
Game 1, I got. Game 2, I not stalled for time, but like I had the Buster Blader Dragon out, the synchro. And so I turned all his monsters to dragons.
Right.
So they were no longer winged beasts. So he had like difficulty beating over that. But once he beat over it, I was like, I really have nothing. So he beat me. And then game 3, I burned him with the napalm. The Raid Raptor napalm.
Yep.
So I was like, bop, bop, bop. Because they call time in main phase. He's like, do you have anything to burn me? I'm like, yeah. And then I just showed him. I'm like seize, get napalm, activate effect. I'm like, I'm under 4 summon, so you don't have,
Nib. Yeah.
Nib. Unless he had imperm. I was like, if you're just gonna imperm me, that we can end and drop. But he didn't have it, so he was like, no, you got it. Like once I summon, he's like, yeah, you got it. There's nothing I can do to stop the burn.
Right.
So that's how my locals went. I never once did the full Buster Blader combo.
For all the entirety of the locals.
Yes, for the entirety.
Only the other day when we were playing for
fun. Yeah.
For fun.
So on Friday, our friend George was there. Rafa came too. And he saw some expert level gameplay.
When I saw this guy playing with the Buster Blader and Cash Zero against George's Dragon Link, let me tell you, what all the stuff that he was doing was some next level pro shit. Like, this is like stuff that I will hear about it from Jesse Cotton or Pac or somebody like that. Like, this guy went literally, he said he went Ultra Instinct. He didn't went Super Saiyan, no. He went Ultra Instinct on his plays because there were so many plays that I was like, bro, dog, you're done. Like, how are you gonna? And then he pulls a move. It's like, oh my God, that's exactly what you're doing. Oh no, he doesn't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh no. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure the pros are watching your videos and low key don't say anything. And say, oh no, Legacy of Obedience, crazy tech choice. I'd come out with it. I'm like, Pac, the fuck? I heard about this guy doing Legacy of Obedience way before this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you mention it now. Everybody's on my dick writing on the Legacy of Obedience. Like, nah, give the props to this because I see the timeline of videos and I see when this guy was talking about Legacy, week or a month later, I see Pac on it.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Same thing with Snake Eyes Cash. Me and George were talking.
Yeah.
I didn't make the deck, and I wish I did. But like me and George were talking about it like way before.
Way before.
Yes, yeah.
Because we were telling you like, bro, how many more variants can you put on Cash? Like, how many more engines can you put? What Cash can you play? Like, this guy started with the whole Cash voiceless, and then he went on a troll face for what other Cash variants that you play. Like, what was it? Voiceless Cash.
Yeah. Gen and Ken Cash.
Gen and Ken Cash.
DPE Cash.
DPE Cash.
Miss Valley Cash.
Miss Valley Cash, yeah.
And now Buster Blader.
Yeah. Snake Eyes Cash, and Tenpai Cash.
Yeah.
This guy went all the Cash variants, and he's somehow, out of all those Cash variants, how many times you've topped? Like, majority of them?
Yeah. The only ones I have.
Even with Pure Cash.
Yeah, even Pure Cash. I think Tenpai was the only one I haven't topped. Because I did top with the Buster Blader Cash. I didn't get first or second, but
you topped. That's fine.
Top 4. It was like,
yeah. It's nasty, incredible. I'm telling you guys, he's on another level. People are pulling me on the tinfoil hat, like, oh, you're overhyping your partner. It's like, nah, bro.
Thanks.
Let me tell you, when I see this guy plays like a pro because there are even times that I could not think of those moves, and this guy somehow pulls it over. There's even times that he comes out and tells me some of the most weirdly tech choices that I could never think of, and somehow it works.
Yeah.
So when it comes to tech choices and random cards, I get it off because of him. Because he said like, yo, this card is nuts. And I'm like, nah, you're tripping. Then when this guy plays it, like a whole Napal. How many Cash players have you seen playing Napal burn for time?
I've seen maybe one deck list, YCS.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's been popular for our Cash players to do it, and you pull it off. Again, this guy is the Cash player. We have, Triff, best Pendulum deck ever player. Fine, he keeps that title. We have this other guy, the Dino Thunder God player. This guy is the Cash God player because he plays Cash from Darkwing Blast, still plays it, and still tops until a new archetype that says, "Oh my God, I want to play this archetype." Comes out and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna switch Cash to that."
No, I'm gonna add Cash to that.
This guy will add Cash to it. And guys, and if a Riser comes off the list, this guy's gonna be playing pure Cash.
Yeah.
100%. This is a Cash player and is also a great knowledgeable player. I'm not, overhyping you about this. Like, this is good. Which brings me to my local experience where I say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And I experienced that yesterday on the locals. And I experienced like, oh my God, it's a good thing that I know these interactions and I know these rulings and I know how to interact.
Yeah.
And because of those, it's because I won the majority of all my rounds. 4 rounds, 1 loss, So, but I made it top 3. I'm in top 4, first place. I'm pretty sure I could have gotten second place because of my record. I've been like top player levels.
Mhm.
But Ruben, he landed second place because he had a draw.
Yeah.
So technically that draw adds a 0.2 to your record.
Yeah.
So he's like a point higher. But otherwise, I could have been the second place. Alex, he's just a great player. Shout out to you, Alex, because I know he watches the show from time to time. Shout out to you, bro. I hate playing against him. Not because he's a bad person or anything. No, great person, very humble, very good person, and he's very skillful. Very skillful. He plays the fucking scare claws, bro. It's just like
It's funny because I tell people my worst matchups are not their decks, it's the players.
It's the players.
Because I
Yes.
told that to Juan too. I told Juan that he's one of my worst matchups. He's like, bro, I brought a completely new deck. How would you know? I'm like, bro,
You're
I
just
don't care
a
about your deck. Yeah.
you're just a skillful player. My worst
Yeah.
matchups is always going to be Alex and Juan
Alex and Juan, yeah.
because those are like the two that are like the most skillful in our locals, and they have whatever decks they have. They just know the interactions. They just know that, and they can tear shit out. You know, I probably beat Alex and Juan once or twice in my all entire interactions with them locals. And their times that they beat me, it was just way high, you know. It's just they're great players. And to discuss my loss against Alex, I think he was round 3. He was my round 3. I'll briefly discuss the other rounds, but it's obviously I win them. But I'll discuss this one because I feel like this one's the most highly IQ that I had to think of and try to bait him out. And I feel like me looking back at the matches that I went with him, I feel like not once that I did something wrong. Not once that I committed, not once that I made a mistake like, damn, could have, would have, should have. Me looking back, there wasn't one time. It was just that he was a better player. He had the right cards and he had the right timing to interact. And because I knew some of the cards that he had, I had to play around it or bait him out to use them, so that way I can actually go with this other combo line. And even that, I didn't have the best hand. It was basically suboptimal, my hand. I had the hand threats, but I played subopt for the most part. And which is crazy because in game 1, he went first and I stopped him. And I feel like, bro, this is it. This is the best way to stop you now. Now I got you. I can OTK you. And I went with the combo lines. I draw like, oh, damn, I got to go pros to search cards. And even after that, once I saw the cards, he had D barrier ready for me.
D barrier going first.
D barrier. And he had the light heart. Scarecrow light heart. The link one. So I was like, bro, I just need to OTK you. That's it. D barrier. Okay. I needed to bait your D barrier. So that way I could go link climb.
The link combo, yeah.
This guy D barrier me when I black rolls him. But in my head, I was like, wait a minute, I got field spill. I'm protected. No, you're protected from activating effects, not lingering effects. So black rolls get nuke board gets stopped, gets negated. And I only have Fadra and black rolls on the field. And I was like, fuck, I don't have much. All right, I'm just gonna attack, and then seals face down pass. And then that's where this motherfucker just comes out and draws the god cards. Like he just went nuts and then somehow managed to pull Shingi and then Astro Love and OTK me. Crazy. But it wasn't like turn 3. No, this was like turn 7 at that point.
Yeah.
Crazy. And game 2, I decided to go first. Which is like, Wilson, why? Tenpai's go blind second. That's what it is. You're right. But knowing this guy, he will find the most unconventional. Like if I don't have the right cards to stop him, he's just gonna go off with try hard, and it's gonna make my life harder to OTK under try hard. And I can link climb. That's not the problem of the link climbing. It's the fact that I have to get rid of his try hard. Otherwise, he's protected by his eulogy and his arrival. It was just too much. So I decided to go first because I know I can get to Crystal Wing, Necro Valley, Seals, pass. With Necro Valley, it shuts down his entire graveyard.
Yeah.
Like he cannot do it. And let me tell you, it put him on a pickle spot that's like, fuck, I need to pop his Necro Valley.
Mhm.
But he managed to find it out, you know. He managed to do it, like, and I gotta give it to him. Props to him. That was my one loss, you know, in both games. And both games lasted the whole 45 minutes. That's how intense it was. Game one, I was facing. Damn, who was I facing? I know I was in the first tables. That alone I know. I forgot who it was. My memory is bad. All in all, I won. Round one was mine. Doesn't matter. Round two was with Osmani in the first table, and he plays Sprite Life Twins.
Mhm.
And I beat him over time. I beat him because I had 1,000 life points more than him. And I told him, like, oh, why didn't you do this combo and this combo? Like, no, I just want to play for fun, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's like, no, but if you saw that I gained life points and you know you're against time, you could have just attacked, just declare battle phase. Like, you could have stopped whatever the shenanigans you were doing. You could have just stopped and then just like go to attack mode, and then you probably will take something out of me.
Yeah.
But no, I won that. And then the last one was with Giancarlo, who was the red Archfiend.
Red Giant Archfiend, yeah.
Well, he was playing a different deck. He was playing Infernoble.
Infernoble with no Soul Day is interesting to hear.
Infernoble with his like Link One. Well, no, but this wasn't no regular Infernoble.
Oh, Flame Swordsman.
Flame Swordsman.
Okay, yes.
He had his Flame Swordsman Infernobles, and with his Link One that was like free K beat stick. That the only way you link climb is by link off your Emperor Charles. Which when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is bad news. A Link One, but out of the one synchro, I always have Emperor glued to my hand on all three games. And I always negated his Emperor Charles, the Link One. It's like Emperor Charles and Fed. I was like, no Link. And he's like, wowzers. Okay, you got this. So he had to figure out, wait, game one, I definitely had it. I definitely had it. Mm-hmm. Game two, he definitely had it because he managed to go with his Flame Swordsman, and my hand was just shit. That was probably one of the few times that I bricked. His hands was just, you know, he got it. He managed to pull the Flame Swordsman, and he OTK me like over 9,000. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't know Flame Swordsman can do that on an Infernoble. But yeah, I nibbed him before, so. And then game three, oh my God, that was kind of intense for me because he let me. No, where's it? Did I let him? Wait, so he won. I won first game. He won second game. And I chose. Yeah, I went second. Yeah, because and I draw. And guess what card I had in my hand that I was like, this is it. This is how I'm gonna win. I was going second. Guess which card? And I only needed this card to win this match.
To clear his board?
Not to clear his board. Just to win match. Just to win, like, get the round itself.
What?
Dogwood.
Spooky Dogwood? As
soon as he started with his Infernoble shenanigans, especially, I said, okay, hold on. Dogwood, this card, go ahead. And he looked at it. He's like, okay, Dogwood, wowzers. I'm like, looked at it. I was like, oh, I had it backwards. He beat me game one. I beat him in game two.
Okay.
And he made me go first. Now remember, because when I went first, Negro Valley, Ancient Fairy, Imperm, Dogwood on my hand, pass. And I saw Carlos and one next to me, and they were looking at about like, yo, you're on Necro Valley. What? I was like, yeah. So he couldn't do anything on his graveyard. That's what I remember. His graveyard was shut down.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's all I needed. Necro Valley and wait for turn. So he does his Infernoble. I was like Dogwood. And like I said, he was looking into it and he was thinking hard. I was like, please don't say pass turn. Please don't say pass turn. Because people don't realize that Dogwood could be a plus or a neg depending on the situation. Like if you Dogwood the right time because it's a quick effect and it could be under shifter, it doesn't matter. Dogwood at the right time, when they special summon, you gain life points equal to its attack.
Yeah.
But if you Dogwood preemptively, without the person letting them to special summon, they couldn't just like stop their turn you lose half of your life points. So he was thinking very hard, and then he just like normal summon Infernoble effect, and then started his Infernoble combo, and then he starts spamming summoning. At this point, I was like, I don't have nib. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just like, okay.
Yeah, 30K life
plus. I had 20-something K life points.
20-something.
I kid you not. And I keep being perm his Emperor Charles. And in my head is like, how the fuck is this guy not gonna notice that, dog? You should have not special summon. And you see Carlos in front of me. It's like, I don't understand why you have more life points than him. And it's like, dogwood. And under Necro Valley. He looks at it. It's like, no, papo, esto está duro, mano. ¿Cómo tú puedes esto? I'm like, under Necro Valley. He managed to pop my Necro Valley in one of his shenanigans.
Yeah.
And then he was able to continue combo up with Flame Swordsman and whatnot.
It didn't matter. You had the life points.
It didn't matter because turn player, Lightning Storm. But he managed to stop me on my plays. And I was like, that's fine, you know. Like the draw I got, it was an ogre. I put it in defense on Sanguine Summoning. On that, I was like, that's fine. I got like 20-something life points, and I look at the time clock, and it was like a minute left, and I was like, I kid you not. I'm sorry for doing this. I should have not done this, but I just like I didn't want to lose. I was just stalling for a little bit, and it's like, let me see what I got. I got nothing. Metro deck. I only got a Ghost Ogre. Either I pass it to him with nothing on the field, or I put Ogre on defense and just like wait it out. Just wait it out. And that's exactly what I did.
With Typhon?
Huh?
No Typhon?
I regret not putting Typhon on my extra deck. I took it off. And now I see like, oh, I could have just Typhon him.
Yeah, because technically you're not stalling because you are actively playing. It's like, okay, I have nothing else to summon. Typhon, activate effect.
I could have
go into battle phase.
I should have actually done the type. I'm gonna put Typhon back and take something out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went with his combos again, like, and then he's like, okay, battle phase, because he saw how much time he has left. He's like, attack. I'm Flame Swordsman with 18, and I'm with like 18. He's like, no, I got the field spell. Field spell is that, you know, game. I was like, oh fuck. Okay. He attached me with 41 something life points. Like a ridiculous amount that I ended up with 98 life points. With him 68, it's 68 life points left.
Crazy,
bro. After that, I told him, it's like, dog, why did you combo off? Why did you special summon? It's like, I know I saw the dogwood, but I was like, fuck it, this and that. It's like, dog, do you know what dogwood does? Like, I explained the effect. It's like, wowzers, I forgot. I should have not let you do that. You're right. And I was like, dog, you should have passed. And now I'm down half of my life points with you 68. And then I have to figure out, and you had cards to stop my play. So that's why I was like, why did you let me summon? Yeah, so I won with time.
Congratulations.
First place.
You played
Tenpai
yourself.
Dragon goes Burr. I already ordered the Simul Archfiend Trap cards. So because I feel like there were times like Great Inscription wasn't worth it. And and if I got Necro Valley, do I really need Inscription at all? So I'm replacing that. And there's other cards. Like I'm gonna take out Undertaker, because even though Undertaker is underrated, I didn't see it at all.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have Typhon, and I'd rather have that. But the Ancient Fairy combo, worth it. Yeah, that saved my life. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. And that's my locals, man. That's our locals. I got nothing else to say other than, yeah, that was exactly how it went out, bro. Tenpai, still it's still nuts. And it's because of me knowing how the cards work that allowed me to win most of the games, because of the interactions and the effects. Like having Pydra and Fadra together on the field alone is already broken enough.
Mm-hmm.
That you can be destroyed by battle and you take no battle damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's pretty much it. I got for TCG talk. I got nothing else. You got anything else to say?
I got nothing else either. Yeah,
let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. All the topics that we talked about. We can move on to this like small little topics that we got. Well, I noticed that Epic Universal announced the Super Nintendo World. We kind of knew this was gonna be happening, but now they put an actual big trailer out of it and say like, look at this. And then they got the Donkey World roller coaster that they're gonna add on. They got the Super Mario thing. I didn't see if they had anything Pokemon related, but they'll be trolling if they don't have at least one thing. Very excited. Epic Universe in Orlando. I got nothing else other than, they just announced that.
I mean, I'm excited to go once it's open.
Once it's open. 2025. They say that it's next year for sure.
Next year.
So we'll see how it goes. Next thing, time-wise, we can talk about these reviews, Fallout review and Knuckles review for another time.
Okay.
Let's just move on to the pre-order statues and shit right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what came into me that decided let me just order some statues for my collection. Like more shit that doesn't fit in my place. So I decided to order a few things that were affordable. And let me tell you, they're not like what this guy spends a lot with these statues. So I pre-ordered the Slifer the Sky Dragon statue, Borolo Dragon statue, and a Red Eyes Black Dragon statue.
Yeah.
Reasonable price for legit website, Entertainment Earth. I've ordered them before. They're very good, and they're good under pre-orders and whatnot, So I pre-ordered it. And the cool thing about this place is that Entertainment Earth. Yeah, because I order comics from them, I order Funkos from them. The pricing is ridiculously low. I'm telling you, the pricing was Slifer. In total, it cost me $94 because shipping was like $20.
$20.
And so 20 minus 90, we're looking at, so I Slifer itself was 70. And they tell me how big it is. It's supposed to be like this big.
Yeah.
So a Slifer like that for $70, guarantee when it gets released, it'll be climbing up higher. Borolo, like this big as well, it's like $65. And the Red Eyes like $50 as well. This as soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pre-order this because I know this is gonna skyrocket. And the reason why I'm telling you this, it's because I slipped on Galaxy Eyes Tachyon. You know that there's a statue of it, a PVC statue. You know how much that PVC statue is worth? $300 to $500. And I saw the statue and I was like, I want this so badly. And I slipped because I'm pretty sure pre-orders were like a lot cheaper. I'm pretty sure it was like $130 or something, Oh my God, I slept on that. And I immediately regret it. So guys, you're gonna see that on an unboxing video of those when it get released the summer, whenever it's released, Also, I pre-order a couple of Funko Pops. A Shadow the Hedgehog Funko Pop with the Super Saiyan version of it. A Greninja Funko. I ordered actually a small Minato Namikaze statue from Naruto. Like him holding his flying Raijin kunai and his Rasengan. Like this big. It was like $40. It wasn't that bad. I pre-ordered it from Bots Launch. So I can't wait for that to come. And I ordered Gundams. A couple Gundam toys from the Gundam universe. I ordered the Death Scythe Hell Endless Waltz version that got released. Caliban from the Witch of Mercury version. And there was I think it was like Banshee from Unicorn Gundam, but the high def version of Banshee. And the new Gundam Netflix series that's coming, or movie, on Gundam by Requiem. I ordered the Gundam that was like supposedly the evil bad guy. But I pre-ordered that, and I pre-ordered a amazing Barbados Lopez Reds, which is a Gunpla. But it's like one of those few that you need to get it, otherwise
you sell out.
Yeah, and because Barbados Lopez Reds is one of my favorite Gundams, I need to get on top of that before it runs out, And hopefully they'll have a Gundam Universe version of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else did I pre-order. I pre-ordered a lot of shit. They were on sale and they were like $50. It was like, bro, if I don't get this now, by the time it comes out, it'll be double the price.
Yeah.
So I had to jump on that wagon. And I started buying some of these Pokemons, like I mentioned earlier in the intro of the podcast. I bought a couple of these, Toxicity, Flygons, Zapdos. No, not haven't got Zapdos, but I did Greninja Samurott, a Charizard statue, which you guys saw the unboxing version of it, on the YouTube channel. And Flygon, and I'm looking to collect more of those because they look definitely like toys versions, but when you open it, You can see that you can actually like the Gundams. You can actually put them on like statue like or battle stands or something. So I like that. I like something like that. I couldn't get a Gyarados yet, I want a Gyarados badly. But that's so far what I've gotten. What have you got? Any new toys?
Yeah,
or
I was getting my list here because I actually have a list of when they're supposed to come out.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I need to do that because I keep forgetting.
So this one's supposed to come out this month. It was supposed to come out April, but got pushed back. It's gonna be a Apprentice Illusion Magician.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a statue of it already?
Yeah, it's coming out in May.
Apprentice Illusion Magician?
Yeah. It's not Dark Magician Girl.
It's the Apprentice Illusion, the girl.
Yeah.
Already? That card just got come out. There's already a
No, that's a Apprentice Magician. This is the pink one. It's an old card. It's my Field Center, if you ever seen it.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's coming out in May. In June, I have Sky Striker Ray.
Nice.
This is June, and then Morrigan statue. That's from not Street Fighter.
No, the other
Dark Stalkers.
Dark Souls. No, not Dark Souls.
Stalkers.
Oh, okay.
July, I have Yuma.
Which is Yuma?
That's Zexels.
Oh, okay.
The main character, and then Tori, which is like the.
Oh, Yuma. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Yuma, Tori.
Yeah.
And then in August I have Rose, Sky Striker Rose.
Nice.
And then Noble 6 from Halo. Because I have a Master Chief from this one line, and then they added Noble 6 to that line. Yeah, I'm trying to collect
all the Noble Sits.
Yeah, all the Spartans.
I remember my cousin, same person, Titanium. He pre-ordered the collector's edition of Halo Reach, where they have the statue itself with all Noble Sits.
Yeah.
Like front and center and everything. I always admired it. I said I should have gotten it.
You should have gotten it.
I should have gotten it because it looks fire.
I've only gotten one like big like pre-order like that, and it was Black Ops. I want to say 2.
The goggles or the drone?
The drone.
I did too.
Okay.
I did the drone. I did the night vision goggles because I wanted those goggles so bad, and it was worth it. And yeah, for the Call of Duties, I always had the collector's edition. Like if there's something cool toy that I wanted, I'll buy it. And I had the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance collector's edition where they had the plasma gun.
Mm-hmm.
I had that. Oh my god,
that's cool. I did that, and then I'm just remembering all the collector's edition. I did DJ Hero 1 because it came in a briefcase, and then the briefcase had this thing where you can make it into like a little table. No shit. And I still have it.
Oh no, I only got to DJ Hero 2. I didn't get to 1.
You didn't get the first one?
No. I was at the time I was a DJ and I was strongly against it.
Wow.
Until I got to DJ Hero 2, and now I'm like, oh,
this is fun.
This is actually fun.
That's like saying guitar people hate Guitar Hero. It's supposed to be for fun. You know?
No, and Guitar Hero is fun.
But those are the things I have pre-ordered.
Nice. So we got quite a few things that have pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for our stuff. And we can just like show it off in the pod or do unboxing videos in our YouTube channels and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I like it, man. I got nothing else to say. I think we can wrap this up. Do you have anything you can tell me?
I had 2 questions.
All right, TikTok trend question. Let's go.
First one.
What's up?
This is the easy one. Well, I hope it's easy.
I hope so too.
Who would win, Hancock or Homelander?
Hancock. Yeah. I don't know why I hesitated halfway there, but no, Hancock. Hancock is a being that has lived for centuries. Even the story itself, Homelander is just a failed experiment, as I like to call it, or people would like to piss him over. It's like you're just a failed lab experiment. Yeah, there's no doubt. Why people are saying Homelander wins?
Yeah, people say Homelander is Solo's Hancock, and I'm like, bro, you just hate Will Smith. That's why you're saying that. But like, no way Homelander beats Hancock.
No way, bro. No way. It's the same concept with somebody saying Omni-Man or Homelander. Omni-Man, bro.
Omni-Man, yeah.
What the fuck? That's not even a question. I don't know why we put Homelander in that high pedestal.
Because he's like the coolest Superman clone.
Right. If Superman ever wanted to be evil. Right.
Yeah, like evil clone. Yeah, evil clone. Okay, so next question.
You know what? You know what's funny?
Okay.
Homelander happens to be the only one that was experimented with suit powers. Every other that's like that level high caliber of being like an almighty like Superman level or Omni-Man level or Hancock level or stuff like that, they were born with it.
Born with it, yeah.
And the majority of them are from another world,
Yeah.
another dimension. So the fact that people don't realize, like, guys, these guys were born with it. It's the Bane Dark Knight concept. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born with it, molded with it. So it's two different things, man.
Mm-hmm.
So people saying like, no, Homelander can definitely be these guys or this guy is like,
nah,
you get the button for that. You get the
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So what's the other one?
Okay, this one's more controversial.
Okay.
But I think that's
okay.
a clear winner. And other people agree with me.
Sure.
From Avatar.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
So from Avatar, I don't know much, but I'm pretty sure Aang is OP.
Not Aang. The person is not Aang. Yes, Aang is OP, but that's not who is up to debate.
Korra?
No.
Okay. Let's hear. Let's hear.
See, I feel like you might not know both, and then it won't even matter.
I know basics. I don't know much of it, but I'll pitching.
It's Uncle Iroh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know him?
That's the Fire's uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus Grandpa Max.
Who's Grandpa Max?
From Ben 10.
That's
Ben 10, the grandpa.
That's not even a discussion. Avatar.
No.
What? Him possessing fire?
Irrelevant.
But wait, Grandpa Max doesn't have the Omnitrix with him.
He doesn't need it.
He only has weapons.
Exactly. And that's enough to stop most people. And he also 1v1s aliens.
Right. His experience was with aliens, yes.
Yeah. So he fought in wars, galactic wars. With aliens.
Right. Okay.
And Iroh, I guess they say he can firebend, but it's like that's nothing that Grandpa Max hasn't seen. Because he would have fought aliens that have firepower too.
Like the first alien, the one that's heat blast, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
His weapons also are crazy.
Yeah, they're all galactic
like
plasma level shit, Halo shit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's very controversial.
Yeah, because then like people will bring up scenes where Grandpa Max.
But are we talking about in their current perspective times or their prime times?
Current perspective.
Okay.
Because there are times in the current perspective where even though Grandpa Max is old, I guess you didn't watch Alien Force, but there's like an alien race called a hybrid, and
I know Ben 10.
Yeah,
I know the series. I saw the entire Ben 10.
Okay. So you know those aliens that like they're all like the same color.
Yeah,
and they're trying to take over the Earth. Grandpa Max fought like the high leader in a 1v1. And then that's what people are like, bro. And this is the same alien that like pushed away like Humongosaur.
Yeah.
So then they're like, yo, Grandpa Max has strength. And it's like, and it's weird to think about, but it's like they took him from Earth to fight galactic battles. So it's like this man is literally him, bro.
Basically an old version of Master Chief.
Yeah.
That's what it is. A Master Chief level on.
Yeah.
So we're competing Master Chief with someone that can masters the fire bending.
Yeah.
I don't remember much on Avatar. I know much, but so on Uncle, right? Has he ever reached the level of heat that produced one of his nieces, the one that with the fire, with blue fire? Blue fire tends to be the hottest.
Yeah. I'm actually not sure. I'm not too familiar with this series.
Because that could actually make or break more or less. Because sure, if you would have fought somebody with fire and somebody with galactic plasmas, you can make an argument like, ooh, that if he's fought somebody with fire, then he will know how to get a one with it. But then if you're fighting somebody that's hotter than fire, which is the blue flames, that shit will melt any weapon or even bust any of those plasma weapons. Like, and me watching a lot of these movies and games, like you put fire into it, like on plasma, some shit will blow up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we got plasma grenades. So if he has the ability to go blue flames, I feel like I'm still gonna root for Uncle under that. Even though Grandpa Mats is a Master Chief guy,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna root for it because he has a lot more of years of Mr. Miyagi karate style bending shit. Like we're talking about martial arts for like 50, 60 plus years with knowledge of anything that's brand new versus Grandpa Mats that he's highly knowledgeable with weaponry. And if I'm on a one-on-one fight, I can see how Grandpa Mats will have the upper hand. But once Uncle starts throwing flames on top of it, those flames eventually are gonna hit you on the. I mean, isn't that the whole concept of Avatar and the airbending? That when you're fighting with others, you're using your elemental powers on top of it. So imagine that you're like going kung fu on you, and at the same time I go like this, and I throw a flame over to your chest, and that shit's gonna hurt. Even at close proximity, that shit's gonna hurt. I guess the argument is like, well, Grandpa Mats will have armor on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say that Grandpa Mats is Master Chief at that point. All right. He has shields and weapons and all that shit. And you're just going back to back until one of you guys just like he possesses the blue flame, or he has the ability to go further beyond the blue flame, I'll hit Uncle. But if it's just the regular version where he is right now, where he can just teach you firebending, I think Grandpa Mats might actually have the upper hand on this. That's my stand on this. So a lot of people are saying that Grandpa Mats is better than...
No, you're saying your guy.
Well, my guy.
And
okay.
Then there's some people...
Mind you guys, don't watch Avatar. I know the characters, never watched it, and I watched Ben 10. You will think I will go with Ben 10. Yeah, but I'm going objectively. And objectively... because that's exactly how it's supposed to be. You can't be biased in these things, you know? So I'm going based on the skills alone and their techniques, and whether it's on prime time or their current time. And both knowledgeables and both are fighters. One of them has a higher chance on martial arts than the other, but the other one has, like, I guess, more of the brute strength because Grandpa Maz is beefy.
Yeah.
That guy is beefy.
Well, like, he might not have, like, official martial arts training, but going to war
with galactic, with aliens,
it is combat training. It may not be like martial arts training, but like you have to fight aliens.
I will call that endurance. He's strong enough that he can endure anything. So going fighting on martial arts, sure, it's like, damn, he's hitting me a lot, but guess what? I had worse situations where I've been thrown over to the window or in outer space. I got shit over me. I can do this. I can withstand this. He's gonna get tired very soon. Bam, I got him.
I mean, I also think that like being in wars makes you like a tactician.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like he wasn't just like a ground soldier. Like he was, but then he's also like the leader of the plumbers. So it's like he knows tacticians. He would go into battle. He's not a novice. He has years of experience and, you know, being tactician too. I don't know. I would pick Grandpa Max. That's just me.
I'll side with you if their current perspective. If Uncle doesn't know how to throw blue flames. If he doesn't know how to throw blue flames, then he's done so. That's what it is. He's done so. He's done. Like Grandpa Matt's got this. Okay, that was actually pretty good questions. I got one that I know I saw over our Facebook, which again, it's so funny that you mentioned like this character or this character. I saw it, and you can tell that this is a writing anime fan because he was calling out all the DBC. He was saying, "Oh, these DBC don't understand, like, oh, this and that, blah 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 blah." Okay. So who will win on a paddle? And guys, I'm just joking on this. I'm doing it for the trolls, but he knows the answer. I know the answer because the moment that this guy mentioned DBC, was like, all right, this guy is just an idiot. He hasn't watched a single thing. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Beerus or Sukuna?
I don't even know who the second person is.
From Jujutsu Kaisen.
Beerus. He only has to, like, he's almost like the Omni King. He just has to go Hakai, and then you just. move from existence.
The guy, when I saw it, I was like, the real man Sukuna, who's the devil, like he's known to be the king of all curses.
Mhm.
I guess like he's like the most, and when I saw him on the series and in the manga, the guy's OP 100%. You're looking at Madara level type shit
In his respective
in
manga
his respective manga. But if you're putting the god of destruction versus a king of curses, there's no doubt that Beerus is gonna win. I didn't even know what this guy was trolling. Like, are you serious? You're fighting against a god versus a king of curses.
Yeah.
Why be a king when you can be a god? Again, that was a major troll.
Yeah, they were baiting.
He was on that deep end. Honestly, he was on that deep end. There's another one. You watch Demon Slayer?
I know the characters.
Okay.
Some of them.
All right. Musan Kibutsuji.
Is that the boar guy?
Huh?
Is that the guy that looks with the boar head?
No. The devil. The demon. The highest demon of the leader of the demons.
Okay.
The Michael Jackson guy.
Okay.
Versus Sukuna itself. That have made a lot of controversial because I think I was, in this case, I was side with Sukuna.
But like that's a, I guess, better comparison.
That's a better comparison, yes.
Wait, Beerus? No, like
I'll give you a good one. Do you know? Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
With Satoru Gojo.
Gojo, that's the guy with the
with the fake Kakashi.
Yeah, fake Kakashi.
Yeah. He is known to be like one of the most OP characters in that. Other than the King of Curses, that guy is known to be OP because everybody's afraid that because of his ability, his power is called Infinite Void.
Okay.
Like he is being known and feared by everybody because nobody can touch him. Nobody can do anything malevolent until they seal him. That's how powerful he is. Like they can't kill him. They have to seal him so that way they can do all their shady shit. The argument was Six Path Naruto versus Gojo.
Damn, Battle of Plot Armor. Six Path Naruto also has.
It has the Six Path's power. Like it has the orbs. It can go Kurama version. It could go double Rasengan shit.
I mean, I know Naruto. I don't know the other guy. The other guy's ability just sounds broken.
No, it is broken. It's
more
broken
in Six Path.
right there. I feel like it's right there. I'm gonna side with Naruto in this because I feel like Naruto's OP version,
Okay.
Six Path, is definitely better than Infinite Void.
Okay.
Because Infinite Void, it's like it's a lot of things. It says it has he possesses the six eyes, meaning that his eyes can go far beyond to what it's supposed to be. Like not a Sharingan level, but more like beyond dimensions.
Okay.
So he can possess powers from other dimensions and convert it into a cursed power, and that cursed power can go either make or break something.
That sounds broken.
Yeah, and then his domain expansion, which is like the other version of a Bankai, his domain expansion is, and if you don't know much about it, domain expansion in Jujutsu World it's a domain itself that can give the user a one-hit chance guaranteed.
Like a one-hit KO?
Yeah, like a one-hit guarantee KO. But if there's somebody who has a stronger domain, it can overlay his other domain and destroy the current domain and then uses the other one's domain.
Okay.
So the whole purpose of domain expansion is to, all right, I'm towards the end of this. I'm going to finish this with whatever I got. Domain expansion. Circle is around. I'm going to 1 KO you right now. That's the whole purpose of domain expansion. So his domain expansion, it's called Infinite Void, that allows him to control space and time. Like it's having Palkia and Dialga under the palm of your hands.
That's crazy.
And then when both clash, they become one. That's where Giratina also comes into it.
Yeah.
And they become Arceus. And then just kills you without even realizing that I just died. So the whole ability itself is that because they show this in the manga and in the show, like on a domain expansion, depending on the user, it could be minutes until they 1 KO you. But with him, it's only a matter of seconds. So when he does on a domain expansion, He can do whatever in less than 1 second. But for you, you'll feel it's been hours. So it's like a Tsukuyomi. Yeah, Itachi. Like a Tsukuyomi, like Itachi.
Bro, they're copying everyone, bro. I'm showing it for you.
That's showing it for you, bro. So he has that one-shot KO, and then you got Naruto Sits Path. I'm still gonna side with it because even though Naruto has the power of a god, and this guy Gojo has the power of a god, I will still side with Naruto at that point.
Naruto, even before Six Path, can dodge lightning. So he's very fast.
He's already faster than lightning itself.
Yeah.
And the Raikage, who happens to be one of the strongest, fastest lightning users ever, acknowledged Naruto saying, "You're much faster than your father ever was." And your father was like at his prime.
Yeah.
So for him to acknowledge and it goes faster than his own father, I'm gonna side with
Six Path. Yeah.
Yeah, Six Path. Because here's the thing, Naruto has an infinite amount of abilities to try and counter him. Well, he only has like a few counters. And when it comes to taijutsu level, Naruto will have it.
Yeah, of course.
Naruto. Because he's a good fighter as well, Gojo. But we're talking about ninja level skills, like Naruto will have it. Many people are probably gonna roast me. It's like, no, Gojo got it. He's a god and this and that, blah, blah. No.
But who's the strongest shonen character? Anime character.
You serious?
One thing's for sure, I'm not gonna mention Gear 5 Luffy.
Hey,
One thing's
what the
sure.
fuck?
That is not. I don't care what anybody says. I'll be honest with you. I was disappointed with how Gear 5 turned out to be. Because people overhyped it. Maybe it might be in my perspective. They overhyped it. Like when Naruto came with his like Sits Pass and then Nine Tails Chakra and shit like that, I was like, whoa, okay. Bleach Ichigo with his Bankai and his hollow form and then his Vaster Lorde and then his final Getsuga mode. I get. I was like, simple. Goku with Super Saiyans. How many times have we gone like, the fuck, like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Ultra Instinct? The next one's gonna be Ultra Instinct Kaioken.
Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4. With Luffy's Gear 5, I was expecting a lot more. And everybody was like, oh my God, this is majestic, this and that. It was like,
I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but bro, I feel like a Looney Tunes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would just go watch Bugs Bunny, bro. Like, is this show not about pirates? That's this thing I don't understand. I watched this scene. I'm like, are you just spam laughing while copying Bugs Bunny? Like, I don't.
That's what his version is. Gear 5. He's having fun.
Okay.
With his hotkey powers and whatnot. I'm like, bro, you guys are just trolling. This is Gear 5. Seriously.
At this point, Oda can just write anything and people would just say it's GOAT or best peak fiction, whatever.
Seriously.
And he knows it.
And the animation itself, it just looked so cartoonish, so loony. And I was like, that battle with Kato and Gear 5 Luffy, again, I had a lot of expectations out of it, but it just feels so like Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah.
Like,
again, I love Looney Tunes, but not in that.
I wasn't expecting that. Like, if I want to watch Looney Tunes, I'll watch Looney Tunes. Yeah. I get the power when he becomes Gear 5, everything around him becomes rubber. Mm-hmm. That's his gist. So whenever he walks, the floor becomes rubber.
Yeah.
Whenever he touches somebody, they become rubber or cartoonish. They become just like him. That's his gist. That's why he's able to hold a freaking lightning and just like ship it out, because he can just, whatever he can get, he becomes under his control. That's again, it's OP levels, but I would not call that as like the best of the best. No, I can name you 5 before that. Like All Might at his prime.
You think he's the strongest?
No, not that. But I feel like he's stronger than Gear 5 Luffy at his prime. And All for One is a Madara level OP villain. Mm-hmm. How many times have we seen Madara, like, in order to kill Madara, they had to plot convenience kill him.
Yeah.
Because otherwise Madara was just like, he was gonna tear shit down. Strongest shonen character? Ooh.
I'll even say anime or manga just to...
No, bro. Like because anime, it becomes a lot. The variety, the pool becomes a lot more. I was like, oh, that's too much. Does it have to be in any order? Can I just name like top 3? I
You can
believe.
do top 3.
Okay, my top 3 will be definitely Goku,
Okay.
Naruto,
Sure.
and Ichigo.
The big 3.
The big 3. It has to be then in terms of power levels and skills and reach of breaking limits. Because I could just, if you guys think I'm biased, I could have just mentioned Asta from Black Clover as one of the top 3 because he literally went above and beyond on devil form. I could just be that biased and say, no, Asta is top of Naruto or Ichigo. Those guys are the only characters that's reached God level tier powers. I don't know any other shonen character. People will say Gear 5 Luffy is a God tier power. His gum fruit is a Logia fruit. It's one of those rare fruits. He is at top of God. They call him Joe Boy. He was reborn. That's God tier. He's Nika, the sun god. That's why everybody fears him. That's why everybody needs to kill him because it's too much. I can just hear it in the fucking comments. I can literally hear it. I'm like, yo, Naruto had a demon inside him. And for perseverance, he managed to reach God level.
Yeah.
And if we're calling the Boruto version of it, barium mode, which made him nuclear. Godzilla level. Calm down. Like literally, they say that barium mode, every punch you get out of it takes away a lifespan out of you. That's why he was able to kill Ishiki Otsuki in the series and in the manga very quickly. Because when Ishiki transformed into his final form, he said he only had like 2 days before he can make his final transformation to the other character. When Naruto became barium mode, those 2 days became minutes because of all the like beatdowns I was at. Naruto reached that level, that's God. The fact that you managed to become nuclear and live to tell, Bleach, Ichigo Kurosaki, he already had God powers from the get-go.
Yeah.
He just never unleashed it until he fully matured and unleashed and have all 3 powers. Like he had the powers of the Soul Reaper, of a Quincy, and of a Hollow. Something that's almost impossible to do, and he managed to master all 3 of them and become to the OP level that he is right now. Make God tier. And then Goku. Should I say more? Super Saiyan, and then Super Saiyan God, and then the level that ascended as Super Saiyan God, which is Blue.
Yeah.
And then if Blue wasn't enough, I just KOK myself. And then that's not enough. Then I become a God by doing Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
And then the next fin is gonna be KOK and Ultra Instinct. I guarantee you. I'm not even shitting you. There's gonna be one that says, let's just do KOK. Because that's gonna be like, that's it. He's Zeno level. Those are my top 3. What are yours? I'm really interested.
I'll say Bobo.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm not sure. He has the ability to rewrite your origin story. That's one of his powers. Every time you can't beat someone, he's like, oh, I'm going to change your origin story so you're like a janitor. I'm going to change your origin story so you never had that demon sealed inside of you.
Yo. I didn't think that Bobo will be that
Bobo
crazy.
is broken. And anyone that tries to argue, it's like, you can say anything about your character, Bobo would just rewrite it so it's not that. So you can have it, it's like, oh, Luffy Gear 5 is like, we can rewrite Luffy where he never ate the fruit.
Ate the fruit.
Yeah. You could rewrite Goku where he never left the planet and got blown up by Frieza.
Like, we can rewrite and not have the hollow inside of Ichigo.
Yeah. Or not have him born.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobo was broken. I just love seeing that because people get triggered, but it's like, please disprove it. Like, you can't. Because even Lulu will be like, oh, Aizen's stronger. I'm like, but Bobo can just rewrite where Aizen was not a thing. Never got his powers. Never.
Aizen. Sasuke Aizen. Yeah, he's OP.
I didn't know OP. I know like he's in that chair and he moves his arm and like.
But that's how powerful he is.
Yeah.
That shows you like how OP. Like again, plot armor convenience. Is it's the only way to kill these OP characters. Like, I'm pretty sure the main authors, when they created these characters, they didn't realize like, oh shit, I didn't realize that this was gonna be that big. Like I didn't realize that. Damn, I don't know how to kill them because I pushed the power ceiling so high up the ass that there's no way that these characters are gonna make it to that ceiling in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So Bobo is one. What are the other 2?
I'll say Goku.
Okay.
I think people need to respect Dragon Ball because a lot of people will say like Yamcha sucks or blah blah. I'm like, Yamcha and Krillin can blow up the planet.
If they want to,
If they
yeah.
want to,
They
but
have the strength for it.
They just do the blast, or just Krillin just does destructive disc through the planet. Like, they can blow it up. And a lot of your favorite characters, whatever, don't have planetary destruction.
That's actually a good point. Not a lot of anime shows have planetary destruction powers other than Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, yeah. And it's like, you gotta say Yamcha's the weakest. But like, but bro, he has that. He has that power. So I just think Goku, and then for third, that's hard because there's so many like shonens that just like keep giving people power up.
I mean, you got All Might or All for One. You got Demon Slayer, Busan, or I don't think anybody from Demon Slayer. Black Clover. You got also Fairy Tail. Ooh, Fairy Tails. I forgot. Natsu, Dragneel. He's a demon, a Dragon Slayer, and a reincarnation body of Seraph. And Seraph happens to be like the Black Wizard, the one that everybody fears. Mm-hmm. Mentioning his name is like Voldemort. It's like, yo, chill with that. Don't mention Seraph. Seraph is known to be that main OP villain character. And he created Natsu. So he has the powers of a demon and of a dragon. And he absorbed the powers of a dragon. So he is essentially a dragon to be a dragon slayer. And right now in the manga, he has managed to beat dragons that were known as dragon gods. So he has literally got to the point of OP that I can beat dragon gods. Natsu is one. I don't know. I don't know if I'll put that as your third. I mean, I'm
gonna say Aizen just because like that whole chair feat is just so stupid.
Bro, again, plot convenience.
He joins the battlefield in the chair.
The chair.
And they laugh at him. He's like, "You're dead."
The fact that Aizen has that much power that they have to restrain him, and yet he still assumes that power.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I was gonna mention Madara.
No, I think Aizen can beat Madara easily.
On a 1-to-1 battle, Aizen or Madara?
Aizen.
I Madara with his OP, Sage of Six Paths power and everything.
I still think Aizen. Doesn't Aizen have the ability where like humans just like melt near him? Like his spirit pressure is so like.
Oh, it's so much that mere mortals cannot be
near him. Like, isn't that a thing?
No, because there were when he invaded Kurakata town, there was a few humans that even though their ratios were so low, they were still like managed to like be near his presence.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call melting, but Aizen is definitely OP. There's no way how to kill Aizen. There's just no way. Any other OP characters that you can think of?
Zeno.
Yeah, bro.
Dragon Ball.
That's the Omni King. I don't know anybody who can just beat an Omni King. An Omni King is like the king of all universes.
Yeah, and he just wiped them in a thought.
That's his thing. If he's bored, he can just go achoo and blow up the entire universe. It's like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who can actually top that on any anime show. Those were my thoughts. You got any more?
No.
You want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up, bro. Thank you very much for coming over, Bri.
No problem, bro.
So, guys, let us know in the comments down below, what is your top 3 OP anime characters? Which ones are the ones you think that they can beat any of these characters because of their abilities? Also, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about Homelander versus Hancock, Mats versus Uncle Iroh, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Sukuna with the others. And then let us know in the comments what you guys think and what you guys think of which one's the OP, guys. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, like and subscribe for your weekly episodes and click the bell for notification. Again, check right here at youtube.com/AWGC podcast or A Wolf and Kids Clothing. Check the audio versions at Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio at Wolves and Music, The Lone Wolf Podcast, or A Wolf in Geeks Clothing. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want us to cover, please let us know in the comments down below. We'll do our best to talk about it in the next episode. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.